How much would you pay? How much would you pay to have joy in your life every single day? How much would you pay a day or a month? What's it worth to you? Hi, I'm Michelle Weidenbender, Chief Hope Builder, and it's Monday Matters with Michelle. You can change your life if you focus on one word at a time. And today's word is joy. Joy. I am going to be speaking at a conference in Minnesota. So I'm working on my keynote, and it's all about unspeakable joy. And when I first started researching it, I thought, well, why wouldn't you speak about joy? What's unspeakable about it, right? And I learned that it's biblical. And unspeakable just means that it's so profound, it's so amazing that you can't put it in words. It's just unspeakable joy. Well, guess what? We can have joy in our lives every day. It's free. We don't even have to pay for it, but it's a choice. Yeah, it's a choice. And why am I talking to you about joy today? Well, it's really hard to find when we're stressed, when we're worried, when we are living in fear. I get it. There were days when my son and daughter-in-law were so emaciated and sick and just lost, totally lost, that I had no hope. I had no joy because I was trying to get through my day, and it was just really hard for me to find. I understand. I do. I really do. But I'm here because I have been asked by God to be in this ministry to help other moms because I've been through the storm. And so today I just want to talk about joy. And in my research with joy, this month we're studying this in our Almighty Mom tribe. If you're not in the tribe, we'd love to have you, but that's just a whole nother conversation. But we're studying joy, and one of the things that I learned is to be joyless. It's a sin. It's a sin to be joyless. And I'm like, wait, what? So first of all, just to say, I grew up in the suburbs of Detroit, and in Detroit, in where I grew up, anybody who talked about God all the time was like a Jesus freak, right? And we just kind of frowned on people like that. And here I am being a person like that. And why is that? So what changed in my life, right? Well, first of all, my faith has gotten me through so much already. And in the process of grieving and recovering as a mom of an addicted loved one, I found God. I found Him um, in my daily prayers, in answered prayers, and in other ways. So I now, if I'm studying something, if I'm just perplexed, what is unspeakable joy? I go to the Bible and I read. So there is this verse called "Rejoice in the Lord always." And again, I say rejoice. That's Philippians 4:4. So, hello, he says it once, rejoice in the Lord. And then he says, I say it again, right? Rejoice. And I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means joy is not optional for anyone, anytime. And God is repeating himself in this verse. He's emphasizing how important this is. He's demanding that we live in this way. He loves us too much to make it optional. Like he's saying, no, you must live in joy. To miss joy is to miss out on so many things. So we have the power to change our mind about it, right? Don't be content to live another joyless moment, and choose joy. So how do you do that? Where do you find joy when you're in the midst of a storm? It might be different for you than it was for me. It was Stop that negative, like, oh, poor me, woe is me, right? Or why don't they get well? Why don't they? No, I changed it to what can I do, right? What can I do for me? How can I respond differently? How can I find joy in the little moments in my day? And I made myself believe, because I was so stressed out raising grandkids, right? And thinking that I was going to have to do that for the rest of my life and their life, and dealing with the trauma that they had gone through from neglect. It was just a lot, right? But I would say things to myself like, "Nope, there's a blessing here, Michelle. Where is that? Where is the joy in this moment?" And intentionally looking for that. And it's amazing. I think when we look for gratitude, we can find joy. What are you grateful for today? Um, and if you're watching, okay, if you're watching right now or you're watching the replay, let us know, how do you find joy? Are you choosing joy every day? Because that one word has the power to change your life. I hope that I hope that you'll share something, and I hope that you've gotten something out of this. So, if it's something you need to reflect upon, go to Philippians 4:4. Rejoice in the Lord always. And I say rejoice. God has commanded us to rejoice in Him and find joy. So, and another thing that helps me is to listen to music. I go to Spotify and I type in like songs that have joy in them, and they're always in major keys. If you study music, minor keys are always really sad, right? There's always like some flat in that chord, in the chords of the song, whereas like major keys are just full of energy and joy and happiness, and they just help me. They help my mood. So do what works for you, but let us know, what is that? What is something that works for you? All right. Make it a great day. God bless.